Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be ranking all 2022 AFL Guernseys, because as we know the 2023 AFL season is not that far away, and obviously with a brand new season comes some brand new Guernseys for some clubs. Some clubs choose to take out the old design and bring in brand new Guernseys. So in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the 2022 AFL Guernseys to see what I rank them compared to the 2023 ones, which I'll be doing a ranking of them whenever they will officially come out. Alright, so all the tier lists will follow quite a simple structure. It might be S, it might be A, but then in this one we've got S, A, B, C, D, and F. So obviously S being the best and F being the worst. Let's go ahead, hop right into things. We don't want to waste any time. The Crows' current Guernsey I actually think is pretty good. I like it with all the colours. I'm going to have to put it in A. Brilliant Guernsey in my opinion. Now, Brisbane, I reckon, you know what, I'm going to have to shuffle this one down. The Crows one goes down to B. The Lions, nah, you know what, I'm changing it back. The Lions go up into S because of the line. I think it's a perfect Guernsey and keep the Crows in at A. Carlton, I'm going to put theirs in at C. Not really a lot going on in their Guernsey. You don't want to have a lot going on in a basic Guernsey though, but again, it's kind of a little bit bland, boring. I'm going to put Collingwood's in at B, because black and white, you know, those kind of colours aren't the most exciting popping colours, but they are still alright and obviously do fit quite well on a Guernsey. Now, the red and black for the Bombers is a really good Guernsey. I personally like the red and the black combination. I don't think it goes above the Crows. I feel like the Crows is a little bit more intricate than the Bombers, but I think black and red, especially with the 150th anniversary jumper, is actually quite a good one. And talking about good jumpers, I think the Dockers should also be going in B with Collingwood. I think their Guernsey is pretty good with the three chevrons, just a little bit different. And then we've got Geelong, which again, they're kind of in the same boat as Collingwood, but you could put them down with Carlton. I'm going to put them in B with Collingwood. I think again, pretty simple. Gold Coast, I don't really like their Guernsey, to be completely honest. I feel like there's probably a little bit more they could do to it. It's quite similar to Carlton, however, it does have a little bit more pop. But yeah, nothing great. Now the Giants, I'm going to put theirs up in an S, or no, A. Their recent change, I kind of liked the letter coming out of the side is a bit more of a giant approach rather than what it is, but I still think very similar to Brisbane, which has given them a pretty good ranking. Hawthorn, I like the logo addition. It's better. It suits them better. The brown and gold, obviously, probably not the most favourable colour matchup. However, I still think it goes in B. Melbourne, it's basic. It's effective. It's pretty good as well. I'm going to have to put it in between Collingwood and Geelong. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to have to put it above Collingwood's as well. Like that Guernsey. Now, North Melbourne, the blue and the white isn't too bad. I think it's got to be like right up the top of that B category. Port Adelaide, I don't mind theirs again. Theirs is a little bit different. I think, it's down to Freo and Port. I think I'm going to have to put it above the Dockers though. I think it does look penultimately better than the Dockers in there, just with a couple more colours going on. Richmond, the yellow and the black, pretty good as well. Going to have to put that one up in the A. St Kilda, the tricolours is pretty good as well. It's still basic, but I'm going to have to say start of B for me. Now, I like Sydney's. I think Sydney's should also be going as one of the best too, because it just represents Sydney so well. Obviously, you've got the the Opera House, or like the Sydney Harbour. Well, yeah, the Opera House, I'd be saying up there, and it just represents Sydney very well. West Coast, I think they've definitely got to be high end of A. I reckon they've got to be in the mid-range of A. I think their Guernsey's a good one as well, the Eagle. And then the Doggies going to have to put that on the back end of A. So that is the home team's ranking tier list. That is what I rank every club's home team. And I'm going to have to move Hawthorn, I reckon, down into that C category. Yeah, that's the tier list. Alright, so now to away. Now to the Clash jumpers. And again, there's a lot of white around in these jumpers, so it's probably going to make these rankings probably not in the S tier, but still going to go ahead and do it. Now, the Crows, I think theirs has got to be a B. I think it could be a C. In fact, I'm going to put it in C. Red as a colour. I'm not quite sure of red as a primary colour, especially for them with the navy blue as kind of like a strip. I'm not quite sure if it works. I'm going to have to bump it up to B, though, just because... actually, no. I'm going to leave it C. I even like being a Crows fan. I don't really like that design of a jumper. Now, Brisbane's, theirs is better. I'm going to have to put those in A, with the kind of the V thing with the gold line. Obviously lots of white, but I still think it's a pretty good design. So Carlton, I'm really sorry, Carlton fans, but this one's going to have to go in a D. I think it is probably one of the most poorest jumpers ever. I don't like the black outline. It's so much white as well. Yeah, I don't think these Clash ones are going to rank very well, but look, I just don't like it. There were claims at the start of the year that people actually thought this one looked like a kindergarten kid drew this up, and yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think even seeing them playing it didn't make anything better. Now, Collingwood's, I'm going to have to put them in a B. I think the black and the white with the little outliner stripes as well is pretty good. I don't mind Essendon's either. I feel like red as a primary colour again can really kind of mess up a jumper, but I think with the black it's not too bad, but I'm going to have to put it in mid-range C. Again, with the white, it's not great, but that's what Clash jumpers are. They're with white. The Dockers is not too bad. The Cats, I'm going to have to put theirs in C as well. It is so unusual. You think the invert of the stripes doesn't really matter, the order of the stripes, but when you see them wearing it, you can see a complete different, and on the back it just looks, it doesn't really look like a thing that the Cats would wear. The Suns also going to have to put theirs in C. Blue, barely any blue on their logo, however they're going to have a whole jumper with it. I'm not quite sure if that really fits them. Now, the Giants actually isn't too bad. I'm going to have to put that in C, though, because it does look like a training jumper. This is probably, like, brutally honest rankings here, harsh rankings. I'm going to have to put Hawthorn's in B, though. I think theirs is nice. It's quite a simple Guernsey, but then you've also still got the little outline stripes, pretty good. I don't mind Melbourne's either. I'm going to have to put theirs in an A. I think the blue, like the lighter blue, and the whatever that is, the little V up the top, the coloured V looks really good. Now, North Melbourne's, I don't mind this with the roo coming out of the bottom. I think it isn't too bad. I'm going to move it down to B, though, because kind of everywhere else is a little bit boring, but I don't mind it. You got the stripes on there, you got the kangaroo coming out. The kangaroo coming out is not a bad addition, but my favourite one was the kangaroo, like, jumping on the lines. That was really good. Port Adelaide's, again, bit bland, bit boring, really nothing to look at. It's just all grey, and grey's not a great colour for you'd probably rather white than grey. Richmond's isn't too bad, however, I don't mind Richmond's at all. The yellow and the black as a sash isn't too bad. I reckon St Kilda's is probably the best, though, on this ranking, to be completely honest. I think the iconic, like, it's kind of almost like their logo. You've got the shield here, and then you've got the, like, black plus in the middle with the red on the sides. I think it's actually a great jumper, and I think that, yeah, it was definitely good to see them playing it. Sydney, I don't really think this is something that Sydney really would look to wear. I don't really feel like that's, like, if you were to be new to AFL and you'd go, what is Sydney going to wear? I don't think you'd think of that. West Coast's Clash actually isn't too bad as well, with the eagle on there, still pretty good. And then the Doggies is quite basic as well, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and chuck that into B. So there we go. There's the tier list for the Clash jumpers. So now I'm going to be moving on to the final one, which is Indigenous jumpers. Alright, so onto the final tier list now, the Indigenous jumpers. I'm going to have to put Adelaide straight away in A. I think theirs is really good. I like it. And I feel like this is definitely the area where you can definitely go ahead and pick up a really good tier list as well for any team. I feel like the Indigenous jumpers are definitely the best looking jumpers because of just what's going on, and there's just so much more pop and colour to them than a normal jumper. Now, Brisbane, I'm going to have to put theirs in B. I think theirs is nice. Got the little V there. Bit wonky, but you can't really judge anything on that. But I feel like, again, missing the line kind of really does hurt. I think that, yeah, theirs is a B. I do like Carlton's. I think Carlton's is pretty good. Nice art there. A bit more colour because they've got quite a bland jumper normally, but with all the different shades of blue, I think that's really nice. Collingwood's, I'm going to have to put theirs in a C. It's nothing really, it's not really much of a mix-up from their normal jumper. With a couple of feathers, though, I think it's okay. I might move it down to B if that area's getting too clogged up. I don't mind the Bombers as well. Like, I mean, I'm going to move the Lions down, I reckon. But if you have a little look at that little red little stuff coming out of it, the red effects, the red glow was the word I was looking for, coming out of the sash. Oh, it looks amazing. Fremantle, it's giving me like electric purple kind of feels. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to put it in B though, but I do like that real electric purple. That's kind of the colour that I think of. Whenever I see this jumper, I just think straight away electric purple. It looks electric. That's the kind of word that would describe that jumper. Geelong's is quite boring, and it's quite similar to how they've had it for the past couple of years. I don't even think they've changed it in the past couple of years. Yeah, not really a big fan of it. The Suns is okay. I'm going to put it at the start of C. I think it's okay. Again, I think it was reasonably similar to 2021's. But again, though, not too bad. The Giants, I don't mind that at all. It's not too bad. There's some nice stuff going in around that orange. And then also, they didn't forget about the top, which was good. Hawthorns is probably one of the most boringest, which now we're going to start up the D category. I'm going to chuck a couple down there. Yeah, Hawthorns is probably the most boringest Guernsey. Melbourne, I gave them an S. I still do give them an S. I think theirs is definitely the second best Guernsey, second best indigenous Guernsey there was, because first best is North Melbourne. I mean, just have a look at that North Melbourne jumper. The white coming out of it, the blue just looks absolutely amazing. Perfect shade of blue to run it. And then the white on there as well just looks amazing. It's just a perfect mix. And then all the other art that's going on in there as well, perfect. And then again, the Demons, I thought that the colours and all the other designs worked really well. Port Adelaide, going to put theirs in C as well. Again, I think it's okay. There's definitely a lot of black and a lot of kind of nothing areas. Richmond's, I don't mind theirs. Dreamtime at the G, obviously, such a massive thing. And their sash isn't bad. I don't think there's anything else really going on, but I'm still going to give them a B anyway. St Kilda, don't mind theirs. There's a bit of colour flowing around and all that in theirs. I think it's about a C because you can't really see the tricolours. It's kind of more of just a white thing with some designs in the white, but it's still definitely not that bad. I did rate Sydney's as well. I rated Sydney's pretty well. Blue on a Sydney jumper, however, not quite sure if it fits. I'm going to have to probably put theirs just there. The West Coast one was alright. I didn't mind the West Coast one. And I also did not mind the Doggies one either. I thought those were both okay. And you know, I'm going to move the Freo one up, I reckon. I think that one, just the colour. The colour really looks good on the Fremantle one. So there we go, ranked every 2022 AFL Guernsey. Now, of course, the 2023 ones will be coming out soon, and I'll be able to rank them when they are all out. And I'm excited to see what teams have made changes to their Guernsey, which teams have kept them the same. Some of them are just really good, kept the same. Some of them do need changing. But yeah, I'm excited to see the 2023 Guernseys. Excited to see them. Excited to see the teams playing them as well. So there will be a ranking on that when the Guernseys come out, whenever they do come out, which will probably be soon. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Send you guys never miss another video on the channel. Then guys, all so much. Bye everyone. Flaming Footy out.